What's up? It's your boy Mean Green, aka Prince of the Ghetto. And look, y'all, I want to talk about this generation that's coming up now. Anybody that's 17 years old and under is considered this what this video is basically gonna talk about. From 17, maybe 18 and under, this generation. I'm calling them the technology kids. That's what these kids these days, they are technology kids. Cause every time you see them, they got this right here. They just zoned in. But soon as they get into reality, into the real world, they zombies. They don't know nothing. And this gonna be one of the biggest problems for the future. I'm telling you right now, this right here, why these young kids got this now, it's gonna be their biggest downfall when they get older. A lot of these kids, if you got kids right now, they could be in high school, 16, 17 years old, 19, 11, hell, 12th grade. Give your child a quick quiz, Ask them what's the capital of the next state beside your state. And I bet you they couldn't even tell you. Hell, I seen some 10th graders, some of my kids' friends, they didn't even know the capital of their own state. They didn't even know their zip code. They don't know how to fill out forms. Hell, the school stopped them from writing in cursive, so how they gonna learn how to sign a slip? How they gonna learn how to sign something? They just gonna print it? Hell, most of these high schoolers don't even know how to write good because now, everything is tech savvy. They typing on the computer. Most of them don't even know how to write. Type. And I'm telling you, man, these kids go to school, man. When they do their work, they copy and paste. They get on their phones. They doing their work on computer. Only thing they doing is looking up the answer, copy and paste. And what they learn, they got nothing out of it. They just copy, paste it, and they don't even remember it anymore. Because they just typed the question, got the answer, copied, pasted, and moved to the next question. And they pass and graduating, and y'all thinking that they learning like how we learned when we was younger. No. These kids really don't. This is what they know right here. Anything that's on the internet, that's what they know how to do. If they want to read anything, they can read a comment. I don't know. I think it's because of this short attention span. Because if you try to get these kids to read right now, man, they is not about to read nothing. Give them a book, tell them to read this paragraph. They read it, they don't know how to comprehend to get what they just read out of it. But any drama or mess or something, they'll read a comment for a laugh. Not no long comment. They'll read a short comment just to see what one of their friends say, and that's it. Man, these kids, man, I'm telling you, man, they don't really know nothing. I got a little cousin, he just 2 years old. He on the phone. He went in the kitchen. My mama and them caught him going in the kitchen grabbing 2 knives. And he got his own phone. He just 2 years old. He on the phone looking at something, got the knives, 2 butcher knives doing this, looking in the phone. When my mama caught her, he don't care about the knife. He trying to change what he looking at so my mama couldn't see what he was looking at. But my mama got the phone and went back in that search history and found out he looking at a show with little kids, they holding knives like this and they just cutting stuff. And I said, this what these kids, that's what they learning? These kids would rather learn what's on YouTube, social media. It had to be internet. It had to be tech savvy for them to want to learn something. By them going to school and you giving them a book, pop quiz tests, and trying to make them focus, they can't do that. They don't want to do it. They ain't going to try to learn it. And they don't really know none. A lot of kids graduating, the school's just passing them, man. You can copy, paste, pass them. They don't care. And it's crazy, man. I'm talking about, I tested a lot of kids, man. High schooler, they don't, to be real, man. I'm not just talking, I don't know if this is where I'm from. Y'all ask y'all kids wherever state y'all from. If y'all see anybody in high school, just give them a quick quiz or 5th grade question. I bet you 60% of them will be dumbfounded. Because they not getting it. They just want to be on their phone. They just internet, social media, TikTok. That's what they learning. Man, it's like these days, for you to have kids these days, you got to be hands-on with your kids. And it's going to be hard to do because they going to look at what the other kids doing. And if the other kids thinking that that's cool, that's what they going to want to do. But to be real, you got to be hands-on with your kids. You got to paint the picture for them. You got to be like, this is this. Because they don't know. They think what they doing is right. And I'll give an example. My son just got suspended. He got caught wearing his iPods at school. I think they trying to calm down on them with these phones and iPod because they get into the, I think they realize that these kids ain't learning nothing like that. So they trying to eliminate them doing this during school hours. So he got caught with his iPods in his ear. The principal told him to take them off and give them to me. And he said he didn't give it to him. I said, why you didn't give it to him? He said, because he wasn't going to give it back. I was going to wait till my mama come and give it to her. I said, you can't do that. You wrong. He is the authority. He is the principal. What he says will go. He actually think he did nothing wrong because he thinking that he wasn't going to get his iPods back. He want to give it to his mama so he could get the punishment from his mama. I said, how is they thinking? So a lot of times, that's why I said you got to be hands-on because a lot of these kids don't even have no manners. You ask them kids, when the teacher asks you something, what you say? Yeah. I don't know. This how they answer the teacher. I had to correct them. Look, it's yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. Y'all got to have manners and respect. You got to learn how to talk to your authorities. You can't talk to your teachers and principals and the higher ups, you know what I'm saying? At school, that's grading your papers, that's over you. Like how you talking to your friends. No, man, you can't be doing all that talking to the teachers, man. We couldn't do that. We had to say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. And that's what they say they do, all their friends do. I'm like, wow. But then when I see some of the teachers are young. You know, so I'm guessing the teachers probably at school, they taking pictures, trying to show their little outfits and posting it on TikTok. They want attention too. So that just show you where the black community is coming to. They hiring young teachers and they just grading papers. If the answer there, they just graded, you pass. It's not, you know, they not genuinely trying to help. I'm not saying all of them. But most of them, because look how a lot of these kids turning out to be. And the teachers that's really genuine, I feel sorry for them. These kids, man, yes, they disrespectful, man. I mean, look what they have to go through. The parents ain't trying to correct them and teach them how to act because they letting this raise them. Long as most parents these days, long as you get out of my face, yeah, get out of my face. But this ain't good. That's why I say in the future, this was going to be this generation downfall. Technology. Giving your kid, these young kids 3, 4 years old with a phone, already on YouTube, looking up the wrong thing, learning more than they supposed to know. They on here looking at corn and they know you think you trying to hide stuff. They already know. Your son, your daughter, 5, 6 years old, I already know about 6. Got this. They learning more than what they supposed to know at their age. That's why they acting like how they acting. They acting like they grown. You can't tell them nothing. It's this. This is the problem. And you really have to paint a picture out to your kids. You got to talk to them, paint it out like, okay, you did this, okay, it's not like this, it's like that. And they like, how? And you got to take time with the kid. You got to show them. You got to ABC them. And you'll think that they supposed to know this, but really they don't. Because they zombies. They into this world. When they in the real world, they zombies. You got to, man. My suggestion, if you got a young child, don't even give them this phone. Don't give them this until they probably 15 years old. Because if you giving it to them while they 5 and 6, just because you think they playing games, they going to go to a deeper level. They on YouTube, they going to get deeper and deeper. And next thing you know, your child lost in the sauce. It's crazy, man. These young kids, man, this generation, they setting them up for them to doom, man. And I ain't want to get on this subject and talk about it, but I just had to talk about it because I just around my son and they friends and stuff. And I'm seeing this. I'm like, wow. Man, when the level that they on, when I was in 4th grade, it's just like they in high school, but they really 4th grade level. But the phone, they know more about this than anything. But when it come to the normal sense of doing things in the real world and the real reality, they dumbfounded, man. They socially awkward, don't know how to talk to people. They don't show respect. They have no manners. And whatever the trend, the stupidest thing, they think it's the coolest. What they supposed to do was real, they think is lame. It's just ass backwards. And that's how this generation living. They living ass backwards, which in the future is gonna hurt them when they get older. So, I just, wanted to talk about this because I don't think people get deep and talk like this, on levels when it's concerned with our children. But this is the type of talk that we need to have, man. Because if we don't help these kids now and help them understand what they doing and how to do shit, then they ain't gonna know how to do it and they gonna be set up to fail. So if you're a parent, give your child a quick quiz, just something simple, and see where their head be. Ask them a few questions and watch how they answer you. You will be surprised. But hey, I just wanted to talk about that, man, because this ain't good for these youngsters, man. They need to understand nature. They need to learn that, be more focused and concentrate, learn to read, do work right. Then they can come on to this level as they get older. But like right now, these young 2-3 year olds, they know how to work this too. This is all they want. And be on it all day. You just see them on their little iPads. This was raising your kids, man. But it ain't gonna be healthy for them in the future. And we gonna live to see this. What I'm saying now, it might go over a lot of people's heads. But as you get older and see these kids get up 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, you're gonna be like, damn, what kind of decisions they making? They making the wrong decisions because they look how they being raised. That's why I say we have to talk to them. We got to tell them what's right and wrong. You may think they already know what's right and wrong, but really they don't know. Talk to them. If you don't want to have a child set up to fail, don't have no kids. If you ain't intend to raise them, don't have none, man. Cause kids, you got to really slow your life down to make sure they right. And parents really don't have time for that because we got to work, bills. Parents got stressed, and the kids just in the way. They don't have time. That's why these kids growing up like they is. That's why when they get old, they making these dumb decisions. That's why young boys getting in the streets. That's why young girls out here getting pregnant, catching STDs and stuff. Because the parents or guardian is not taking the time out to talk and get in their head and show them some love and help learn them what they need to know. you know. So, hey, you know, I just want to touch on that, man. Give y'all something to think about with these kids. Y'all wondering why these kids acting like how they acting. Here you go. This a big part. This by 85% reason. So, you know, I just wanted to throw that out there and, you know, like the video on your way out, man, if you made it this far, man, because I'm telling you, I got some more flavor for you. And I'm going to keep this thing going, you know what I'm saying? And all right, it's your boy, Mean Joe Green. Love. And I'm about.